Midjourney version 5 has just dropped, and in this video I'm going to test whether it looks better for t-shirt designs and stickers compared to the old version of Midjourney. One quick thing to note before we get started is that currently you can only use version 5 if you have a paid plan with Midjourney. The free version doesn't support it just yet because it does use a lot more processing power, and that's why they've currently limited it to the subscription plans. But if you want to sell your designs, you need a subscription anyway, so at least having the $10 a month plan should get you sorted for the commercial license. So here we are inside of the Midjourney Discord server where they made the announcement that version v5 is now available, and this basically runs through some of the new stuff and the changes and what you can do now. So I'm going to give you some of the highlights of this message very quickly, and then we'll jump into actually creating t-shirt designs and comparing them to the old version. So essentially, to turn on version 5, all you have to do is type --v space 5 after your prompt, or you can go into the settings as well and select it from there. I'm going to show you that as well later. What's new with the V5 model? So we will get a much wider stylistic range, so way more different descriptive words I'm guessing will work, and it'll be more responsive to prompting, meaning it should be more accurate to what you're telling it to do. We've got a higher image quality, double the resolution. That is really interesting and quite important, obviously, for print on demand. If we want a better print quality, we're going to get more detailed images. Details are more likely to be correct and less unwanted text, which is good. Text still doesn't work with version v5, in case you were wondering about that. Some things have gotten better, like hands, for example. They do seem to turn out a bit better than with version 4. They're not perfect yet, like you still get the up, I don't know, 6 fingers or 3 fingers with hands, but for the most part I've been getting better results when it comes to hands and feet. Yeah, but text still doesn't work. You would still have to add that sort of stuff afterwards in Photoshop. Version 5 now also supports the -- tile function, which is really cool to have that with version 5. It didn't work with version 4. Now that this is in the new version, it will be definitely really handy for print on demand for all over print patterns. I might make a separate video about this because there's a lot of potential there in my opinion. And then we've also got more or greater aspect ratios now. Before it was just 2:1, that was sort of the maximum difference you could have in terms of the aspect ratio. Now you can do things like 10:1, which is crazy. You'll just have like a really narrow or really wide image. So you can experiment with different aspect ratios if you want to. And then in this paragraph right here, there's quite an important bit saying that short prompts may not work as well. You should now try to write longer, more explicit text about what you want, for example, cinematic photo with dramatic lighting. So beforehand with version 4, you would sometimes just put in like 3 different words, separate them by a comma and get a really good result. Well, now with version 5, they're suggesting you need to write longer sentences that are actually more descriptive rather than the comma separation that we have been doing. Now, if anyone is like worried about that, you can still use version 4. Like, you don't have to use version 5 and still use the same prompt formulas, I guess. The rest of this is not too important for print on demand. The only thing that might be worth noting is that this is just an alpha, so this is still going to change and be improved upon for the future official launch, but it's still really exciting that we are already getting to try this out for ourselves. So to get started with using the new version, all you have to do is type in /settings right here at the bottom, hit enter, and then you can, as you can see right here, you've got version 4 selected by default, and you can now select MJ version 5. That will add that as a suffix to all of your prompts. And down here, by the way, if you usually design or use Midjourney in relaxed mode, then you might have to change it to fast mode right now. I did get a message earlier saying that there's such an overload on their servers that it only works, or V5 only works in fast mode right now. When you've configured that, you can get started right here at the bottom. And let's just start off with a very standard basic prompt, how we used to write them with version 4, and see what we get. So here we go. We've got a kawaii Easter bunny, t-shirt design vector, contour, pastel colors and a white background. Very straightforward. I think I'm also going to run that exact same prompt with Midjourney version 4 just so we get a direct comparison. So upwards arrow to bring that same prompt back up, and if we hit enter now, as you can see, it does not have the --v5 suffix at the end. So we've got 2 different versions right here running the same exact prompt. So here we go. This is what version 4 came up with. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look perfect. It doesn't really look like I would imagine an Easter bunny for the most part, but nevertheless nevertheless, some cool graphics in this. And if we scroll down, this is what version 5 came up with. Really, really cool. I think these definitely look better, and some of these are also a lot easier to cut out than what we got from version 4. So that's definitely cool to see. The quality as well, obviously I'm not zoomed in right here, but the quality does seem quite a bit nicer too. And just a quick thing to note, the version 5 images, they get generated at the high resolution instantly, or in an upscaled format, I should say. That's why it also takes a bit longer for these to be generated. That basically means if you press upscale 1, this image will be upscaled instantly because it's already there, it's already been done. So that's pretty cool. As you can see, this doesn't take any time whatsoever. And yeah, let's try writing a similar prompt, but more of a sentence like it is suggested with the new version of Midjourney. Right, so now I've written a kawaii style Easter bunny as a t-shirt design vector with pastel colors, a contour and white background. So similar prompt, but in this case it's more of a sentence. If we hit enter, this is going to be version 4, and let's hit upwards arrow to bring that up again and just add --v space 5 at the end of this for ease sake. Let's see what Midjourney comes back with. So here we go, this is version 4. Doesn't look very great. This Easter bunny's missing an ear as well, which is pretty funny. But yeah, maybe it's because the prompt is not very well optimized for version 4. But nevertheless, if we look at version 5, this definitely looks a lot better and a lot more suitable for t-shirt design as well, in my opinion. A very cool style and easier to cut out. Now this one at the bottom left, it does look very strange, but these other ones do definitely have potential if you upscale them, or if you create some variations of them. I'm pretty sure they would look a ton better and have a lot more potential than these ones from version 4. Now let's have a look what happened to stickers. I'm going to write out a bit of a prompt here, quite descriptive for a sticker design, but in more of a sentencey type format. Once again, I want to put a circular sticker of a mountain range at sunset with small birds flying past the mountain tops and the sun shining warm orange light. A bit more descriptive. Let's see what that turns out like. Maybe I should have added a bit of a style, a circular sticker of a maybe cartoon mountain range. Let's go with that. And that is version 4 once again. So let's add at the end of this prompt --v space 5. While that's running, let's take a look at some of the prompts I made earlier. So I just wanted to see what hands look like now, and as you can see right here, they still don't have the right amount of fingers quite often. So whilst they might look a bit better in some cases, they're still not perfect. In this case, actually, I thought that the hands and feet look really, really good on this raccoon. So maybe for t-shirt designs for animals at least, there might be some accuracy from what I've seen so far. Here is a synthwave prompt with a corgi wearing headphones, and I think some of these results definitely look really, really good. Once again, showing version 5's potential. Now these are not very easy to cut out, so I would make some modifications to this prompt specifically. I didn't put a contour on there or something like enclosed in a circle, stuff like that. So yeah, that's why this one is not ideal, but the style definitely looks cool, so you could use that prompt right here as well for your designs. Here are another few hand graphics. These actually have the right amount of fingers for the most part. That gave me some hope, but then the next one with those paint splatters did not work as good. And here's another attempt I made earlier to compare the two versions with a t-shirt design vector of an airplane. And I think these graphics actually do look pretty good, except for some of the airplanes being a bit distorted right here, like with the engines right there, and the birds in the background, if they're meant to be birds, don't really look like birds. So whilst these graphics definitely look quite good, they're not perfect. But if we scroll down and take a look of the same prompt with version 5, I think some of these turned out quite a bit better. Definitely look nicer. I mean, they would still need a little bit of extra work afterwards in Photoshop, but they're not as messy as the V4 results, in my opinion. So here we are with our mountain sticker design. This is version 4, and it doesn't look bad, don't get me wrong, but once again, the birds are quite all over the place and chaotic. Colors didn't turn out too well in this one. And if we scroll down further, this is version 5. I think these ones are slightly better. With this sticker design, these actually don't look like a sticker mock-up, which is quite interesting. So these are even easier to cut out. That might be handy if version 5 does that a lot. The birds look slightly more like birds, but still a bit deformed. But nevertheless, I think overall, if we go back, overall version 5 came up with a better result for that prompt. So yeah, I'm really happy with my testing so far. Whilst the versions are not like massively different or version 5 is now perfect with everything it does. It seems to definitely be a step forward, and considering this is just the alpha so far, I definitely see a ton of potential and I'm really excited to keep trying. If you've been using version 5 and you found out some cool new tricks or what you can do with it that you couldn't do with the old version, then just leave that in the comments down below. I'm really interested to learn and hear how you guys are doing with Midjourney version 5. If you want to start making passive income with your AI artwork, then definitely make sure to check out this video next, where I show you 5 different marketplaces that you can start to sell on.